Hey fellow backyard warriors, Nick here. Today I want to show you how to make a tab style arrow rest for shooting arrows with plastic vanes or duct tape fletchings. Now the main difference between this and a standard tab style rest is that there's a little bit of a gap here. That way plastic vanes or duct tape can pass over the rest without as much distortion as if you were trying to shoot off of a flat shelf or off of the hand, because vanes have a tendency to kick off of the hand or a rigid rest, and that can really affect your arrow flight. Today I'm using a piece of 3/4 inch PVC pipe. This is furniture grade because I have some scraps left over, and I like the fact that it'll be a solid colored piece when I'm done. This is also a good way to use scraps from the ends of your bows, and while I'm using 3/4 inch pipe, you could easily do this with inch or 1/2 inch pipe, or really any size pipe. I've gone ahead and marked 3 inches from the end, and I'm going to be cutting this pipe into 4 pieces using my bandsaw. You could also use a hacksaw or other handsaw for this, but this is going to be just a little faster. Now I've got enough material to make 4 arrow rests. So now I'm going to use my flap sand wheel to do all of my shaping. I'm going to start by trimming down the sides, and then I'm going to thin out one portion to about half thickness until this center portion goes away, and then I'm going to thin down the sides, round that off, and this is going to become our tab that will hold our arrow. And then we're going to grind this portion down at a taper so that it fits nicely against the bow. This can also be done with a file. Be sure to wear lung protection if you're using power tools. Now use a piece of sandpaper just to smooth everything out, get rid of any sharp edges, and give the plastic a uniform finish. Now if you were using white pipe, you could paint this, but because this is a very high wear area, paint is going to wear off very quickly. So I think that using a piece of colored pipe or even gray pipe, or just using white pipe and sanding it down, gives a much nicer finish than painting something like this. Now we're going to use heat to form the arrow rest. Alright, it doesn't take a lot of heat to get this pliable. So what I like to do is push the tab out just a little bit and then roll over the top. Now the arrow rest is finished. it can now be taped, tied, or glued onto your bow handle. And what you want to do when you're doing your final wrap down, you want to make sure that you have just enough clearance for your vanes to fly through here unimpeded. So about this much of the rest will be covered. You want to make sure that when you're shooting a bow that has this style of rest, if you're shooting vanes, you want to put your hand below the level of the vanes so that they won't hit your hand. Alright, so I've got two sets of arrows. One set is fletched with feathers, the other fletched with vanes, otherwise the arrows are identical. I'm just going to be shooting at this target so you can see that with this rest, both can be pretty much just as consistent. So here are the feather fletched arrows. So here's a small batch of arrow rests all finished up. I hope you enjoyed building this along with me today. If you have any suggestions for other things you'd like to see me do, please let me know in the comments below. If you like what I'm doing, be sure to check out my channel for other videos like this. And I'll also put a link in the description to some of the books that I've written on different topics, including making PVC bows. And if you'd like to support the channel, I'll put a link in the description to a Patreon page that I've been slowly working on. So that's it for today. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.